All right, part 2 of my everyday player football video. One thing that I forgot to mention, when you are looking at the overall team ratings to establish the net factor for all of the players, I know that I mentioned that each one of these numbers next to the players here, they all add up to 49. These are the Cowboys starters, okay? In the event of an injury, okay, let's say John Nyland gets injured, and you have to bring in a replacement player. If that player is not rated a 4, this number here is going to change. Could go down, could go up, depending on who you have to bring in. And when you buy the game, included with all the seasons that you get are the rosters, the full rosters for each team. So if we have to bring in a left guard that's rated at 2, this is going to be a 47, and that could have an effect on the net play factor. So keep that in mind when you have injuries. A couple things I want to go over here real quick. I'm going to go over the play calling and how I do it. You can obviously do this any way you want. You can call the plays for the offense, the defense. You can automate both. I choose to automate both, and the way that I do it is I use 2 dice. And I use a white for the offense and a red for the defense. In a 1st and 10 situation, play 4 for the offense is going to be play number 5, which, as you can see, is a pitch out to the halfback. And let's see, play number 1 for the defense in a 1st and 10 situation is the A play call. And you go down here, you can see what all the defensive calls are. That's a 6-man front, so obviously they would be anticipating run. So what we would have here is we would have a 6-man front against the, the pitch out to the halfback. And this is also a good spot to mention that there are no player finder charts here. I mean, of course, you can always call your own plays, but every play, there are 22 plays, all right? And every play is designated to a specific player on the field. So in this case, the halfback for the Cowboys, if they have the ball, is Calvin Hill. His net factor is 0, so there's not going to be an adjustment to the dice roll. They are going against the A defense, so you would just cross-reference play number 5 with the A defense down this column here, and you would roll and get your result. And in this case, a 23 would be, let's see, 23 with a net factor of 0 is a 1-yard gain. Want to go over this again. This means there's a possible penalty or injury. This right here signifies that there is a key offensive player that you're going to be looking for on this play. So I always roll the red die for that. Typically I roll them all together. And the way that you get the key player is on, I need to find that key player chart. Not there. Where is the key player chart for the offense? Oh, here we go. It's on this chart here. So in this instance, we had did we have a outside run to the halfback? The key player in that instance is the right tackle. So what you're going to do is add 3 yards gained to the key player's numeric rating for total yardage on the play. So the right tackle in this instance is Rayfield Wright. He's rated a 3, so that would be a 6-yard gain. So that's how that works out. Occasionally on a chart, you'll see this, which is a key defensive player. Let's say it's a power sweep to the fullback. The key defensive player on the play is, let's see, one. It's an outside run, so it's going to be the defensive left end. And the defensive left end for the Colts is Bubba Smith. He's rated a 4. And the way that works, subtract the key player's numeric rating from 7 yards. So 7 minus Bubba Smith's 4 is a 3-yard gain on the play. So that's a little bit how the individual players can factor in. Something else on passing plays, occasionally you'll have this result right here, and C plus 14 means the pass is completed for 14 yards. But if you go down here, you can see that any safety rated a 4 or a 5 doesn't bite on the play, and he breaks up the pass for an incomplete pass. Over here, in these plays, like the flanker down and out, you can see that it's right here. This right here, I'm gonna do a sample passing play in a minute or so. But this, if the quarterback is rated A, this is a completed pass for a long gain. But because it's in blue, you go down here and you can see that it says any cornerback rated for the cornerback on that specific side for the flanker, because this is a flanker down and out. If he's rated a 4 or 5, he gets up and breaks up the pass. Occasionally you'll see this reading right here. This is a long gain if the receiver has the exclamation point. If he doesn't, it's a 30-yard gain. Good example of a receiver with the exclamation point, Bob Hayes. So he gets his fair share of long gains, as we've all known. Another thing on passing plays, you can see this reading right here, DL5. You just go down here. Any defensive lineman rated 5 gets in and gets the sack. So it's kind of a unique, easier way to factor in individual player ratings on occasion. All right? This reading right here, anytime you see X, that's an interception. Okay? So this is X plus 40. Now, something about interceptions in everyday player football, there are no interception returns. Okay? So basically what you have here is you have an interception 40 yards downfield. However, this right here, some quarterbacks have this rating next to their name. This means that they rarely throw interceptions. So it's intercepted plus 40 unless the quarterback has the number sign, and if he does, that pass is incomplete. There are other quarterbacks, like if you take a look at this situation here, this is an 8-yard sack, but it's intercepted if the quarterback has a plus rating. So some quarterbacks have a plus rating, meaning they throw more interceptions than others. And in this situation, this would be an interception, and the play ends at the line of scrimmage. Okay? Here's another interception example with the number sign. So let's do a sample pass play. Let's say the Cowboys are going with they're going to go left end on a fly pattern. It's a long pass. And let's just say that the Colts are in a blitz defense. So we roll 56. This is Bob Hayes, and that is going to be a good one. This is a pass complete for a long gain. We go to the long gain chart. No adjustments on the long gain chart, by the way. The roll is a 12 and breaks one, he tripped up after 24 yards. 24-yard gain on that play. Let's do a handoff to the halfback. Halfback is Calvin Hill. His net factor is 0. And let's say the Colts are keying. They're keying the halfback with defense G. You just roll the dice. 44, Calvin Hill, no adjustment necessary. 4-yard gain. Let's do a quarterback sneak. Craig Morton. Let's see. He is rated F. Let's see. Does he have a net play factor difference here? F is neutral. So we'll do a quarterback sneak versus a, let's just say they decided to blitz. So the blitz is the C play. 15 is the roll, be a 2-yard loss. And that's basically it. The play calling is, like I said, is automated. I use these charts here. And I roll 2 dice. Red is defense, white is offense. Let's say it's 1st and 10. That's the 5 is going to be a play 13 versus defense 3B. That's the standard pro set defense. So it's play 13 versus standard, and 13 is, that's going to be a short pass. That's a short pass to the sideline, left end on the sideline. Now, this is one of those plays where, because it's on the sideline, I can decide right now if I want to call it an out-of-bounds play. So it's Bob Hayes on the sideline versus the B defense. Let's see. Versus the B defense, and we're gonna roll. Bob Hayes, look at that. How about Bob Hayes today? Another, this actually isn't a long game. This is if the quarterback is rated A through E, the pass is caught for 14 yards. And you can see that Morton is rated a C. So Bob Hayes, 14 yards, and because I called it out of bounds, that's going to be a 15-second play. So let's go back to the play call. Let's say it's 1st and 10 again. And let's see, 4 and number 5, that's going to be that, I think that's a sweep, versus 3 is B, that's the standard pro set. Play 5 is a running play. It is a pitch out to the halfback, and that is Calvin Hill, no adjustment to the die roll, versus B. So we're in this column here. 46. Nine-yard gain. And that's basically how it works. Here are a couple other plays. They have draw plays, the long gain chart, and you can see across the top, handoff to the fullback. These are all the different plays. Oh, a couple other charts here real quick. This is the interception chart. If we need to figure out who picks off the pass. Quarterback sack, who sacked the quarterback. Fumble chart. That's really about it here. Here's a few more plays. These are the long passes. See if these kind of play out here. These are short passes. These are These are your sort of medium type passes. These come up a lot. 16, 17, and 18. 16 left end, flanker, tight end. And let's see, where's my other? Maybe one more. Oh yeah, 13, 14, and 15. These are short passes. I can't find the, oh, here they are. Here are the screen passes. Screen passes. Halfback on a post pattern. I haven't had that one yet. But that's it. You can call the plays as you wish. I really like the game, the simplicity of it. You know, it factors in